Hello again. Thank you for watching Chittarupa Yoga and Fitness. Today we've got some hard core. That just means we're going to focus on that transverse abdominis and do mostly plank moves today. We are still going to put our core through its full range of motion to help improve strength, suppleness, and maybe how it looks. You never know. You will need a mat and maybe some extra padding today. We are going to be on our elbows and our knees, so make sure that you have what you need to cushion yourself as we move through this nice, strong, hard core practice. While you're getting your stuff together, make sure to check that link to Patreon in the description. It is free from the time you sign up until the first of the following month, and there will be some extra long core yoga for you to find over there. Let's go ahead and begin on hands and knees. And as with every workout on this channel, we will begin with a warm-up. So let's begin with just a basic movement of our spine, forward and back, with our cat and cow breath. Inhale, opening, exhale, lifting. And let's come back to neutral, and we're going to move side to side, like we're going to touch our shoulders and hips. Let's also take a look over, that way we get our whole spine in here. Now let's come back to the center, and for just a moment, let's come into a plank. We can do this one on our knees, but you can lift up to your toes if you wish. I'm going to try to stay in a neutral place for most of the options that we offer, or that I offer here today. Let's come back, and we're going to finish up with some twisting, working those oblique muscles. So let's inhale here, and we're going to exhale, thread the needle. Inhale up, exhale, thread the needle. Moving with our own breath here. Making sure we do each side evenly. Let's come back to hands and knees. And for just a moment, we're going to press back to our child's pose. Now, some of us may prefer to shift forward and lift up to our downward facing dog. And we're going to take this to a flow. We're going to inhale forward to a plank, exhale, pressing our hips up. Or we inhale forward to our kneeling plank and exhale back to child's pose. So let's just move with our own breath here for a moment, warming up through those transverse muscles, beginning to build that strength. And we can always kind of take it back and forth between both. And we'll make our way back to child's pose or downward dog, whichever one we want to rest in. Taking several deep breaths here. We should be feeling some heat in our body at this point. So let's come forward, and we're going to come over on to our side. So here's where we're going to want some cushioning for our elbows and maybe for our knees. Now, I'm going to, like I said, kind of stay in the middle of my demonstrations here. Let's keep shoulder over elbow, and I'm going to take this to knees. But by all means, if you want to, take it to the feet. We're going to begin right here, hugging in and then up, working into those obliques. Hand can be up in the air or down. We're going to take this to dips, down and up, tap and lift, working our obliques in a very, what I consider to be a hard way. Whew. Make sure to breathe. Now let's go ahead and bring this down. We're going to find our mermaid seat. And let's stretch that out. Should be feeling some heat in our body at this point. And let's take this around to the other side. So again, just make sure we cushion this. You might want some cushioning for the knees as well. And again, we'll do this one from the elbow. There we go. Line everything up from the feet if you prefer. Let's hug in and up. We really want to feel our core muscles here, so take it down and up. Keeping shoulder over elbow. Breathing. Keep going. Just a couple more. And then we'll take it to that mermaid seat and our stretch. And I don't know about you, but I am breathing a little heavier here. Arm balances do tend to get our heart rate up, so we have a little bit of cardio here to help improve our cardiovascular fitness as well. Now we're going to take this back to child's pose or downward dog. Let's take a couple of breaths here, and then we're going to move into our middle sun salutation flow. And I'll start on my knees from the child's pose variation. We're going to inhale forward to plank, exhale lower all the way to the floor, shrug our shoulder blades to our hips, inhale our chest forward and up, and then exhale back, in this case to child's pose. Inhaling forward, exhaling down, inhaling up, and exhaling back. Now if we prefer, we can take this from child or downward facing dog. Inhaling forward, exhaling again, knees, hips, chest, inhaling our chest up, exhaling, downward facing dog. So let's just begin to move with our own breath. Remembering we can mix this up. And here again, we're building heat in our body, increasing our heart rate and our breathing rate. So be sure to take the proper resting pose for you. Child's pose, downward dog, or I've found sometimes people like to sit up at this point. When our heart rate is up like this, some people feel better sitting up and letting the blood flow back into our body. So find whatever works for you. Breathing as deeply as we can. Let's give this just a moment. And we're going to go back to some side planking. Hitting some oblique in a twisting fashion this time. Let's come forward. And again, we've got several options with arms and legs, and I'm going to kind of do a hybrid in the middle. So this can be done on our elbows and knees or feet, or it can be done on our hand from full side plank or our kneeling side plank, which is where I'm going to do it. So I'm going to do arm or wrist and knees, but by all means do wrist and feet, or do it from the elbow with the knees or the feet. So let's go ahead and lift into our side plank. This time we are going to take our arm up. We're going to work from our navel and our obliques. And again, I told you we would need some cushioning. We get a little extra cushioning on the knees there. And we're going to inhale up, exhale, roll down. Inhale up, exhale, roll down. Moving from our abdominals and our hips. We can keep this smaller by keeping it here, or make it bigger. So I'm going to let you breathe the next 4 on your own. And let's release from here. We're going to come up, take our leg out, and find our gate pose. Ooh, stretching all that out. So reaching for the ceiling, sliding down, or taking it over if we're so inclined. Finding our breath. And let's release from here, and we're going to take it to the other side. So here again, I'm going to cushion up the knees, because I already know I need to. And I'll stick with do it the exact same way you just did. So if you did elbows and knees, stay with that. Elbows and feet, stay with that. Hand and feet, stay with that. And I'm going to stay with hand and knees. So let's just make sure everything's lined up. We're going to lift through heart core, lifting up. Inhale up, exhale, roll under. Small or bigger. Working with our breath, if at all possible. Finding a way to breathe, no matter what. 4 more. And then we'll bring it up, leg out for our gate pose on this side. Reaching up, sliding down, or reaching over. So nice little cardio workout today too. Very low impact cardio. Now let's release from here. And we're gonna look at one more move to round out all of our core work. So let's come with our feet in front, and I'm gonna show you variations on this so everyone can find what works for them. Let's roll our shoulders back and down, taking our hands just behind us. Rolling open. So this is our first level. Second is right here, lifting up to our tabletop. Third option, our highest level, for those who are up to it, is our incline plank. So pick one, or start in one like this, and switch it up if you need to. We're going to hold for 3 more breaths. Quick breath. And release. Now let's just take a forward fold here toward our feet. We're going to finish up with a couple of stretches. And hopefully we're feeling our core today. So let's just come to an easy seat. Nice easy side stretch. Other side. Now let's bring it up, finishing off, stretching our chest. And you can always look up some more deep stretches. There will be links to that below, especially for our core stretches. And I want to thank you for joining me as always. Again, do take a look at that Patreon link. It is free from the time you sign up until the first of the following month. So from the time of this initial airing, that'll give you 2 weeks free. You can go over there and sign up. Check out those videos. Let me know what you think of this one in the comments below, and I will see you next time.